Tuesday. It's Thursday. It's not even Tuesday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday from the barracks, and this is always our CP Milsim event. It tickles. It's our Thursday stream for CP Milsim, talking about all the cool games that we have coming up. We're going to be talking about Syndicate 2, what to expect, and Geigerlands. Well, what is Geigerlands? I think next week we'll do when is Geigerlands, and then finally we just have to do why is Geigerlands?
Who is Geigerlands?
It was Geigerlands. So per normal, we want to have you guys, if you have any questions or anything else, feel free to type them out and let us know any questions you might have about the event. But we're going to start off with, oh, that was you sharing that. Great. My phone beeped. I was like, all right, first question. Not it. So we're going to talk a little bit about Geigerlands in the second half. I just want to go over the stuff for Syndicate 2 since that is now 15 days away. So I actually leave a week from tomorrow. What's up, Horseshack? Yo, yo, yo. I leave a week from tomorrow to go up there to start setting up for all you glorious people, making sure that, we get everything set up so you guys can have a good time at the event. First and foremost, people have been asking quite a bit. If I'm selling a ticket, what do we need to do? If you're selling your ticket, you as the person that owns the ticket needs to contact us, tell us who you're selling to. We need their name, their telephone number, their email address, and their age so we can transfer that ticket over. All right. We need the person. We can't take it. I bought my ticket. I bought my ticket from Sin. I bought my ticket. Can I have it and all that? It doesn't work that way. We need that original purchaser to tell us, yes, it's okay to transfer the ticket over for obvious reasons. All right. Now that is out of the way, we do have an announcement in regards to it. This is something that's kind of new. Let's see here. I should probably do it on this page, not this window, not the other one, because this one actually I can link up. All right, let's go and share the screen. We have NVG rentals from Amped Airsoft. Sorry, that tickles so hard. It's on the back of my neck. All right, so NVG rentals from Amped Airsoft. I think it's $250 for the entire weekend, Friday through Sunday. And if you guys really wanted to use some NVGs, go ahead and reach out to Amped Airsoft so they can start getting things planned out. Go to ampedairsoft.com and go ahead and reserve your rentals. What are those?
Night vision goggles. Well, in that case, monocle.
Monocle. So, I mean, Sebastian's just, yes, he is sort of, except that he keeps putting his cold ass nose right on the back of my neck. And there we go. It's there. So if you guys were looking for NVGs, I know we had a couple questions about that. You can go to Amped. They'll get everything set up for you and solidified from there. Just hold on one second. Sorry about that. So there's that. Now, some other things that we're going to do is it came up yesterday when we were playing at Miami Airsoft. We just want to reiterate it here. There is a proper way to fire a gun and an improper way to fire your gun. Doing this inside your gun is an improper way to fire your gun. Whatever hand your trigger finger, whatever finger you're using, whether you use your first or your second finger, your ring finger, your middle finger, it doesn't matter. When you have them on, your hand must be holding the grip. You cannot put it up against there and do the whole thing. You're not going to be allowed spamming the trigger. Guys, please don't do that. That's another major thing there. Somebody asked about grabbing somebody's weapon if they're like around a corner. Don't do that. The only thing it does, it causes hostility, aggravation, and everything else for people that are trying not to Sorry, hold on.
I mean, it comes down to the rule of keep your hands to yourself. That includes other people's equipment. Like,
Yeah, it happened to me last night. It sucked. Get in the pocket. Just go on. There you go.
no, no, no.
I don't know why he's fighting. He loves the pocket. Just get back in there. It's like a little pouch for him. Go on. There. um,
Random names, okay.
they're probably tagging somebody. Let me go into that group real quick. Just let's see here. I think that's Central Penn Milsom's group. Hello, hello. That doesn't look right. We're getting him used to being held, and he was in my shirt pocket all day today. But the wife's getting food ready, so she'll come take him off my shoulder in a second. Literally take him off my back. Central Penn Milsom community. Let me get these comments going, guys, so I know who I'm responding to and all that. Tagging the squad. That's what I kind of figured. All right, so like a little powerful squad. That's what I kind of figured. All right, there we go. Got all the chats up and all that. So it happened to me yesterday. I was playing at MA. I came around a corner, and the guy literally grabbed my gun, trying to stop me from shooting him, and he shoved it up and it nailed me inside the jaw. I immediately turned hostile. One, because I'm in the process of shooting a guy. The second thing is hey, what's up, Oscris? I just got jammed in the jaw with my own gun. I was not a happy camper about it. Why do I have a possum? Because I have a possum. He is Sebastian. This is his home now. Chris, the game currently is sold out, but if you go to the CP Milsom, Central Penn Milsom community page, some people have been selling tickets. I've done like 8 ticket transfers in the past 2 days, and I think there's a couple more that are going to be happening within the next day or so. It's the link for the group is.
Also, which game? Are you talking Syndicate here or are you talking Geigerlands? Because we got both up in the title.
Yeah, since I'm talking about Syndicate 2, I imagine that's what he's talking about. But I'll talk about here. Let me copy this one over. Hey, Daniel, what's going on, man? There's the link for the Central Penn Milsom group. Join it. Ask if anybody's selling tickets. You'd be surprised. Some people have been dropping out their tickets and all that. And said, "Oh, you're looking for both? Okay, so, yes, we've both Sin and I both played there. I'm one of the promoters of the event, so, and Sin is the CO for the green team. He was the CO last time. If you're looking for tickets for Geigerlands, here's the link for Geigerland, the tickets for Geigerlands right there. All right. What's going on, Christopher? How you doing?
Right. People have been telling me it's not worth it and not fun.
Where are you seeing that comment at?
Chris, in chat. 2010-06.
I don't know who's been telling you that it wasn't fun. I mean, we had weather issues in the past, but that's irrelevant now. We have a lot of stuff going on here. Get you some. I mean, the best thing I can recommend, man, is literally going to this group to see if anybody's selling a ticket, because that's the only real way that you're going to be able to find out. This is like 2 weeks before the event, so there's a lot of people that are dropping, but we also have a lot of people just finding the event and be like, "Yo, I really want a ticket." But I mean, this game has a lot of unique features that are not in some of the other milsims. I mean, we do have an Op4 team. We do have civilians. We have a hell of a lot of ambience that are going to be going on. And then we have 2 really strong teams on a really awesome that's going to be a hell of a. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, inside the DEA Discord, I think it was.
Yeah. Somebody in the cartel was too. People told me it's a prison. Okay, so whoever those people are have never played in this prison, because that's 100% not true. And if it is, they probably stayed in one building the entire time and got bored. The AO literally has dozens of buildings, underground tunnels, massive amounts of field and terrain. Like, if you get caught at a limited move situation, that's on you. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
understand how that's even possible.
Now, while this is a prison, I mean, here, let's just show them the map real quick.
I would say, yeah, there. If you're pinned in a building, you can literally find a tunnel to go flank the people that have you pinned in. The only way you get stuck in one place is if you're lazy.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
I mean, you can look at chat, man. Take from people that have been there. Don't take our word for it. I mean, we're kind of biased, but unbiased at the same time.
Yeah, so
And I think there may be a misconception. There's a couple events that take place in prisons that are literally a single building prison. This ain't it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just got to share the screen. Let me just pull it up this way then. Yeah, I mean, there's.
I did not take you seriously with the possum on your head.
I know. Hey, Ange. I'm trying to get rid of the fucking possum. Where are you? Ow. He's active right now. He's climbing. All right. Just to give you an idea.
Did we all laugh, Starseed? Yeah, it's a real possum stew. He sent me a random picture of that, and I was like, why do you have a possum?
All right, so this is the actual AO. Now, you can, yeah, because the doors aren't supposed to be shut anyway. He's not going to pee or poop. He goes out into his thing. Do me a favor. He's gotten really active now. All right, so like for this is the entire map. So this is going to be the same for Geigerlands and it is for both sides. So the buildings that are out of play is B's out of play. These two buildings behind F, 3, and K are all at play. Now, the only building that only has one entry and exit point is going to be F. It only has one way in, one way out at this point. So, you can't. You just simply can't get in there. And J is a little bit of a bottleneck too. It's only got one way in, one way out. So, like there's an entry point there, and there's an entry point underneath the J. But like Echo, Delta, those have, I want to say, 4 to 6 ingress and ingress points that you can go to. 6. There's doors. There's like 3 doors on this side, 2 doors over here. 2 doors over here.
Yeah.
There's a door. There's 2 doors right here for the stairwell. There's also the basement that runs all the way down to 5. That 5 it goes all the way down this path down to 1. 1, forget about it. There's like 12 entryways into 1 alone. That goes through. So there's a huge amount of space and everything else for the location. We are going to keep you guys entertained and active and moving around. If somebody says they didn't have fun last time, well, there were a bunch of people that from the north that got upset because it was cold outside and they left. When a large group of people leaves, you have to make adjustments as a producer, and even still, people had a good time. So,
I mean, and to be fair, they left because they showed up unprepared to a winter event in Pennsylvania.
What's the local temperature going to be like? I don't know. I'm from Florida, but what the weatherman says is this. You never believe the weather in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Nevada is. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like the. I don't want to say cliche. It's when somebody says prison game, that's what I think. Is like the one in Nevada and the other one out in
Bushy Mountain,
in Georgia. There's a prison game in Georgia once that was just kind of one building.
Yeah, so there's multiple buildings here, and we're gonna have stuff all throughout the entire AO. I mean, and these buildings like 6, 5, 26, I, and 4, they're all interconnected. There's multiple ways in and out of them. this is where like a lot of fighting happens and a lot of people get bogged down inside there. So um, it's a really interesting AO with a lot of stuff that you can do on site. So if somebody's saying they didn't have a good time, I get it. You know, there's been some games I went through that I didn't have a good time, but other people did. This AO is fantastic.
See, I honestly, in the almost 2.5 decades as a player, uh, I've only not had fun at one event, and in retrospect, it was my fault. Because if the event's boring, I go make my own fun.
Yes, John did. I have one of those bars of soap. I didn't play there, but he gave me a bar of soap.
Did you drop it?
Mm-mm. I know better. Um, so, um, talking about weapons, don't grab somebody else's weapon. Don't knock it aside. Don't do any of that stuff. It's a lot of weapons. Do I even have it in here? Trying to see if I have it nearby.
Tunnels really hard. Best part, yeah. If you get caught in the wrong part of those tunnels, man, it becomes a firefight.
Yeah.
And then you just call in Jada Rodriguez to like nade his whole team.
Exactly. So if you're on DEA, you're in trouble. All right. So don't touch other people's guns. Don't smack it away. That won't count. If you smack somebody else's gun away or whatever, you're going to be considered hit. Like I said, I got slammed in a job with my own gun yesterday. Are there any questions that you guys have about Syndicate 2 before we start talking about the main factor, which is, yes, it was, Christopher. The main topic of discussion, which is mostly going to be Geigerlands today. Does anybody have any specific Syndicate 2 questions they would like answered? Ah. You just jump to the group page here and see if there's any questions that were up there that that I can answer from that came up. Was there anything that has? Oh, let me talk about the camo for Cartel for a second. You all can wear all green. Christopher, I'll answer that in just 1 second. You can wear all green. You don't have to. You can wear all green camo or solid green. That's fine on Cartel. We had specific requirements. If you wanted to wear a civvy top for Cartel, you do have to wear some sort of green pants, whether it's camo or OD or whatever, as long as it's green based camo. Remember, guys, multi-cam is tan. And the only colors that you can't wear for a shirt are blue flannel, tan, or black.
Red.
And of course, red. Red are for admins. What time can we show up and the vendors open? I tried to do one of those yesterday. It did not go too well, so I'm going to try to put another video together tonight. The tutorial is very simple on how to do it. I gotta see if there's any video of what happened at North vs. South that I can use. But the vendors gates open at 1:00. Augie, can't wait, brother. Same, man. See you in 2 weeks. So gates open at 1:00. You're probably going to see vehicles. So if you guys show up early and you want to get in line to do vehicles and all that, that's fine. We're just asking you to be on the side of the road leading up to it. Don't block any alleyways or anything else like that, or any of the other side roads, so people can move around freely. You're going to see vendors are going to be able to drive right past you. There's VIPs and staff members that can drive right past you. They'll be able to get on the site early. As soon as those gates open at 1:00, the emphasis is going to be go park wherever you're going to be. If you're camping, wherever you're going to have your campsite at, you'll be designated to the two sides. Once you do that, get your gun, your iPro, get your gun ready to fire. Go inside, get registered, go to Chrono, get done, and then wait for the next safety brief. Once you get, because you have to sign a waiver when you get on property. It's mandatory. After you get all that done, you could then go out and set up your campsite or everything else. But get those three things done. Now, there's going to be three lines set up. There's going to be JTF, cartel, and syndicate, or cartel and
DEA.
DEA. So at any point in time, if a JTF mission person comes in, they get to go to the front of the line, mostly because they got to get set up and ready for their JTF mission brief, and some of them are going to be kicking off right at the end of that brief. So we want to make sure we push through those guys to get them going because their game starts Friday night. Again, if you have a JTF ticket Friday night, you have to be at the JTF mission brief at 6 o'clock. If you're not there, you're not going on the mission. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. They're only doing one of those. The safety briefs we're going to have are going to be pretty brief. They're going to be about 15, 20 minutes, and they're going to be going about every 30 minutes or so. We're going to be making sure those go out, so that way it's more upfront, personal, where everybody can understand what's going on with the safety brief, understanding all the stuff that's unique to this AO, so that way we don't have any issues. All right. So let's see here. The prisoner tutorial. Taking a prisoner is very simple. You simply walk up to somebody while they're dead and say, "I am taking you prisoner." At that point in time, you either put a tourniquet on them or their own tourniquet to ensure that they are up, and then you take them back to your prisoner holding area. If they're shot along the way, they stop and they bleed out. Once they go to prisoner holding, they're there for 3 minutes. Now, with the exception of Nikolai, everybody else does not need to be disarmed. They can carry their guns with them and everything. Once you go to say, "I'm taking you prisoner," and you're putting your hands on them to the 15 seconds to revive them, to take them back to your spawn, they can't all of a sudden turn on you, pull out a grenade, shoot you, and anything else. Is the food truck going to be available at Big House? That's for you, Sin.
Oh, yeah, it's literally getting prepped right now. It is in my yard.
So, well, I mean, simply put, they can't turn around and they can't stab, they can't shoot or anything else when they're prisoner. Even if they've already been hit twice, you could still take them one more time all the way back to your respawn. You can still medic them one more time. There's no safe way to go out as a CO, like going out with 2 armbands on, thinking, "Oh, if I get shot one more time, I'm dead." Nope, you could still be taken prisoner, and ran back. Yes, it's a different food truck than Syndicate 1. All right. So, any other questions about Syndicate, or can we move on to Geigerlands?
Bueller.
Now, also, guys, Friday night dinner is going to be sponsored by the lovely people over at Crucible. They're delicious brisket sandwiches. Yes, they could be treated as long as they, if you taken somebody prisoner when they've had 2 armbands put on, or if they only had 1 armband on, and you medic them up and you take them and they get shot again, no. But if they have no armbands on, and you've killed them for the first time, you put 1 on, you're taking them back, they get shot, you can then put a second 1 on them as long as it's 2. But if they already have 2 on when you go to take them back, no, they're dead, 3-minute bleed out. So it is if you see like a bunch of green dudes taking away a bunch of tan dudes, shoot everybody. Don't let them take them prisoner.
Send in the Rodriguez.
Send in the Rodriguez to blow up his own team. All right. That's an excellent question, Gert.
All right, anybody else? All the vegan sandwiches. I will make you a bread sandwich.
It's 3 slices of bread, $20. All right. That being said, that's done and over with. We're talking most about Syndicate. If you guys still have questions, I can answer them later on. Sin's only here for a limited time tonight, but we want to talk some Geigerlands. All right. Geigerlands is our post-apocalyptic game set in the Fallout universe. It's going to be our first. It's going to be our first role-playing event that we're going to be throwing on. We are. We have so much stuff packed into this event. It's not even funny. And Sin, you just look so happy to be here right now.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I'm waiting. I'm reading comments.
So
I am excited about this.
So let's just explain this one, guys. It's going to be a limited ammo event. You're allowed to come on the field with 3 mid caps or 1 high cap magazine. If it's a low capacity magazines for some of you guys with pistols, we'll have an update on the rules, but I think it's going to be 5 pistol mags. Tyler, we're going to try. Or in Sin's case, that's a high capacity. That's a high cap, sir.
No, that's the drum in the box.
So it's going to be limited capacity ammo, but you can earn more throughout the day. There's going to be places. There's going to be ammo stations all over the AO from different NPC vendors and everything else. Different role players out there, so you'll be able to earn caps by doing quests and everything else. That's going to bring old world junk, stuff of that nature. Once you bring that back in, you'll earn caps in order to buy ammo to go up. There's going to be multiple different sizes of ammo that are there that are going to be provided by us. All right. This way, you guys don't have to worry about getting little baggies from us. We don't have to do a lot of prep. It's just simply come out and we do a couple of cool things. This is mostly designed to be role play. Now, the cool thing about this event is it starts Friday at 2:00, in a sense. Once you come in, you get checked in, you do your safety brief. You can then go out to the AO and find your camping spot. You can camp out on the AO. The 3 major cell blocks. Hey, let's share that image again.
Okay, we're allowed 3 mid caps. I mean, you can carry an empty Odin on the field, but you can't bring a full Odin out on the field. That's why it's limited ammo.
Exactly what Sin said. You can have an empty Odin so that you can fill up. You can get reloads into that and then crank up. And I understand why you might want that because I hate doing the into my mag myself. All right, so let's share the screen again and do the side-by-side view. Works better that way. Yeah. All right, so when you guys, so when it comes down to the event for Geigerlands, there's a couple buildings that are not going to be allowed to be camped in, which is C, B, and A. B is never, I don't think is ever going to be open. They still haven't found the keys for that. A and C, they're the oldest buildings there. While everything's been mitigated, we want to make sure, since they're the oldest buildings, we just don't want to take any risk of you guys sleeping in something like that. But Delta, Juliet, and Echo, all 3 of those, you're able to sleep inside those cell blocks. You can bring air mattresses, the whole 9 yards in there to fill them up to, set up your spots. Those are like the major encampments.
Just be warned, if you camp in Echo, it's going to be loud.
Yeah, Echo is going to have, especially Saturday night, a nightclub. So, starting with Friday, Tyler, as far as I'm aware, yes, they having problems with keys, or they have a special project going on in there. Either way, as far as I was told, keep B out of my thoughts. B does not exist. Okay.
Tahiti is such a magical place.
So Friday, when you guys go on, you can go get your campsite and everything else. No airsoft guns or anything that could fire a projectile. We're talking no Nerf launchers, no Nerf guns. Nothing that could launch a projectile is going to be allowed on the field Friday. This boffer weapons are allowed. You guys can walk around with your boffer weapons. You could be in costume. You could start role playing, getting into the feel of things. Getting like scoping the place out, doing all that stuff, interacting with other players. But the shooting hostilities does not begin until 9 a.m. on Saturday. 9 a.m. Saturday, you can bring your guns onto the field. Everybody has to funnel through. Do it this way. Everybody will have to funnel through Building 2 here. That the gates are going to be closed. Gotcha. There's no aliens in Area 51. 11 and 10 are going to be sealed off. The gates are going to be closed, so you can't go in and out through 11 and 10. So everybody has to come through Building 2 because we got to check to make sure that you are not bringing too many high cap mags in or anything else. And you guys can then bring your guns through there, and you could start. There's going to be like a 15-minute period of where there will be no hostilities for people to get going, and then we'll call it, pretty much game on, and people could start playing and interacting. We are going to be very hands off as event promoters because there's really not anything that we're going to direct. The objectives that you guys are going to do is try to complete quests for various vendors out there to earn caps, so that way you can trade those caps in for resources you might need for your vaults or your bunkers. The vaults and bunkers are to protect you from the rad storm that's coming at 6 o'clock. So if you're not inside of a bunker or inside of a vault at 6 o'clock, you dead. In fact, the last 20 minutes of the game, from 5:40 to 6 o'clock on Saturday, once you run out of wounds, you can't be revived. You're dead. And this is to sort of accelerate the mass casualty event. So only a select amount of people can go inside of the bunkers and the vaults. So you're going to want to build up your alliances and everything else to secure your entry into those to essentially win for the night. What event this is? This is for Geigerlands. Get you some. This is our event that's coming up in August. We wanted to start talking about it now because, first off, we want to get tickets going. So the more tickets we sell, the more stuff we can get for you guys.
Also,
but secondly, it'll sell out fast.
Yeah, I would say with the way the events keep selling out, we wanted to get it out there early so that there's no, oh, I didn't know about it. All you people that bought your tickets at the last minute.
People are now that are yelling and screaming about not having tickets and wanting some. Now's your chance. Yes, people can rob your caps. Not all of them. They can't take the full stack, right? So if you're carrying around 1,500 caps, which isn't smart, but if you're carrying around 1,500 caps, they can only really take like around, I think it's in the rules, like 15, 20 caps off you, or 15 or 20 caps worth off of you. They can take your ear card. They could also loot a relic or something off you, right? So it's typically, they can only take one thing off of you. It's either like 15, 20 caps, your ear card, or a relic or a special item to power a bunker. So
you were called out, Kurt. You were called out.
So there's cool stuff like that. And there's going to be stuff all around the AO. So in the last 20 minutes of the game, there's going to be a lot of fighting going on. A lot of people, trying to secure themselves inside their bunkers, which is also going to be dangerous. If there's if one of the bunkers only can fit 10 people and there's 30 people fighting over it and 29 people die, well, that bunker is only going to house one person. Once 6 o'clock goes and the sirens go off, the rad storm comes through, all weapons go off the field. They have to go, all projectile fires go off the field. So it's your rifle, anything that you use to fire a weapon has to go inside of your vehicles or whatever. You're putting that into a deep cleaner because it's going to take 12 hours or whatever, how many hours it is till 9 o'clock in the morning for them to be clean so they're safe to use so you don't instantly die of radiation poisoning. Out of character, we can't have those on the field because at 7 o'clock when everybody comes back on the field, everybody's iPro is going to be off. There's no way to destroy a bunker.
Of course, somebody had to ask that question. Is there a way to be an asshole?
You'll also be rewarded um, for great role play. So be aware about that. There's going to be cool stuff there. The food truck's going to be on the field during game day, which means there are going to be safe zones where you cannot fire your weapon. Around the food truck's one of them because, for
I will
one,
lose my shit.
yeah, if a BB ends up inside the fryer, that's a problem. Two, some people in the food truck might actually have to take their iPro off or whatever if this comes to steamy. Bank settlements, yeah, you can store your stuff inside of settlements and everything else. That's why it's good now to start like forming some friendships and relationships, especially if you're coming to Syndicate 2 and you plan to go to Geigerlands. Start building communities. Like me, I'm part of the Sunshine Band. I'm going to be a roaming I'm going to be an NPC. I'm going to be NPC where you can take stuff too and all that, but I'm part, like, whenever I go to these wasteland things, I'm with the Sunshine Band. I never worry about caps. I always are worried about, getting whatever I need to get done to essentially complete all of my objectives. Like when I went to Revelations, I wanted to win a coin, and I wanted to get inside of one of those bunkers. So the small alliance I had when we went around, we got a lot of the stuff that we needed to get inside of those bunkers. So just be aware of that. You can bury supplies and stuff. You could hide it. That's right, Smurf. You bought a DEA ticket. So there's all sorts of cool stuff like that. We're not instituting a bank this time around, but I'll talk to Christian about maybe for future Geigerlands that we can have a bank available, but or you could be pretty much. I mean, when bases go to be raided and all that stuff, if settlements go to be raided, first and foremost, I don't want this to be like a couple other events I've been to recently where people were taking their iPro off. iPro is not allowed to go off between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Saturday, and Sunday between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. because that's when the game plays full on and full force. So don't do that. But if it gets raided, some of those things, I've been to a lot of these events. Very few, if there's a settlement set up, get raided effectively. They're usually repulsed. Smaller people might get taken, take some hits, but again, you can only really be looted like once. Like, for example, 30 raiders enter into Echo, and Sin's sitting there. He gets shot, he goes down. He can't be looted 30 times. That death. He can only be looted once. So
also, you have to survive the microgun security.
Mm-hmm. The problem with it, Smurf, is it's not in the rules. Christian would kill me if I added it to the rules. I'll talk to him about it, but there's a certain level of risk that you must take when you're playing this game, right? Because, for instance, if you're the bank and say you're sitting centrally located right at F, and people come in to buy from you, or actually there's a place in 5 that's actually perfect. It's behind cover, right? There's an actual steel, because that's like it's like an intake area and all that, so it's actually
it's got the booth.
Yeah,
the glass on the door.
Oh,
that would be perfect.
The problem that comes up is anybody coming to or from the bank is going to get ambushed.
They're going to get robbed.
Yeah. Kurt. Smurf, if you want, go ahead and reach out to Christian and tell him that you want to do it. You have to find your own way to keep track of who's giving you what and all that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And and Stu, to be honest, man, this is what I sort of like about it. It's not a matter of I'm not really saying no myself. I'm just like, let me just verify with Christian. It's a great idea, but that's also something that's player driven. You know, like I tell him, hey, somebody wants to be the bank. I mean, I know Christian's going to end up being the economy, but when it comes down to the bank. So I say this lightly, and I'm just basing it off experience I had with other events that I've been to. I don't think the settlements are going to be able to be effectively robbed because you could have turret defenses out there. So in order to take them out, you really have to fight hard on them. I mean, Virtue's going to have a minigun outside of his. Yeah. Everybody's liking this idea now. Let's see. Yeah, because you know what section I'm talking about with that thing, right?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I use that door to grenade everybody in the room.
Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna
that little freaking swinging tray part.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were caught. They were hauled up in there, and I naded them. Actually, with Skywalker's guys, we naded through the gap.
I'm gonna pull it up right because I have a good view of it.
I mean, if you got them and it's not a trip line.
Yeah, it's right there. That's inside of Building 5. There's
a little tray. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't run trip wires. It's a safety hazard.
Come on, Stu.
Now they do make claymores that have the IR trip line, which you break it and it goes off. Those are sexy.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be all sorts of cool stuff around the AO for you guys to figure out and find. Interacting with a lot of people. There shouldn't be a whole lot of shooting going on, typically. Within the last 30 minutes, that's a different story. But on a whole, yeah, you should be pretty good.
I would say I literally I ran 2 revs back to back without actually shooting a single person and managed to complete missions and objectives. We actually bullshitted our way through the entire thing. It was glorious.
Christian, I think at the last 3 events that last 3, well, no, because the last one he was at, I think he did get into a firefight at Nuka-Lana, but he just doesn't shoot a lot. He does a whole bunch of now. All of his bodyguards shoot a lot, but that's just the way that goes. So, again, if you guys are looking for Geigerland tickets, they are right here. Oh. Yeah, send them the link. Stu, it is because airsofters are idiots. We have a special treat for you guys.
All right, I'm hanging up. Hold on a second.
Sure.
All right.
All right, I sent him the leak. We'll see.
For what game? Hold on, I don't know who that is. Give me 1 second. Shamar, are you talking about for Syndicate 2 or are you talking about for Geigerlands? Let's see. Do I want to play a whore or somebody security? Why not both?
You can whore it up is security.
All right.
So one of the big things we're going to be doing at the casino for Geigerlands is I've got live music coming. Joining us on the stream are Rick and I can't see. That looks like Mordecai.
Yeah, that's Mordecai.
From the band The Sneaky Heat Missiles, which will be playing at Syndicate. Or sorry, Geigerlands. Oh, wow. Brain not working.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if this helps or not. Hey, turn out that light. Like,
turn out the
trying
big,
to
yeah,
look
turn
as-
out the big.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so much better. Now we can actually see it.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
really funny because I was watching you guys backstage because I could see what you guys were doing. You're like,
You gotta look good for the camera, man.
Welcome, gentlemen. I'm Joker from Players Wanted. That's typically how I refer to myself. I don't ever really use my real name when I'm doing all this stuff. And Shamar, I'll answer that when we get done with this portion of it about what to bring.
So we have names too. Don't mean to like Mordecai and I used to play on a paintball team, and my paintball name was Meat Circus.
Oh,
Do you remember what yours was?
Oh man,
It was also meat related. I can't remember what.
It was either Baconator or
Give him the mommy.
Drumstick, maybe.
I'm
Sorry.
not even
If
surprised.
you're done, take him outside.
Gert, yeah, if you join the neutral faction, you can join me at the casino. But anyway, so Sneaky Heat Missiles. Talk about yourselves.
We are Youngstown, Ohio's premier boomercore ska band. We are the best ska band in Youngstown. There's nobody better than us.
Wait, how many ska bands are in Youngstown?
Just one. Yeah, just one. We're one of one.
100% accurate statement then.
Yeah. But we're on top of the pack. I mean, we got to brag about what we can brag about. You know what I mean? We've been around for 2.5 years, going on 3, I think, in October. And this is my son, Mordecai. He plays the drums. I had such a hard time finding a drummer to play with that I had to procreate one.
I wasn't heard. I kind of just popped into thin air.
Just made, yeah.
What's your YouTube link for the band? If you could type that in private chat.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here. It's definitely long. We don't have one of those specialized YouTube links yet because we're not popular enough yet. But we're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We do a lot of stuff on Facebook. And we're on Instagram. Ooh, yeah, that's like top of the match right there. Yeah, that was impressive. Okay, I'm about.
Even if you don't have a lot of followers, you should still be able to do a branded link.
Yeah, I think we need to have like a certain amount of hours watched before they'll let us do that. I've been kind of poking at that a little bit here and there. Let me see here. Private chat. Bam. That's our YouTube link.
Man, you are not kidding. All right.
Jesus, that's a novel.
Yeah. But if you search the Sneaky Heat Missiles like on YouTube, there's only one of us on there for some reason. There's not any other band. There is the Stinky Meat Whistles, but they've been trying to like ride on our coattails, and they've been doing death metal versions of our songs. I wouldn't listen to them if you find their stuff. They're
well, I went ahead and shared it onto the other two things that we have, so that way people can actually see it. And I mean, this is like the first time. The funny thing is, I thought we had something really unique when Sin came out and said, "Hey, look, can we have a live band?" And I said, "Sure." It's like, are they going to be playing during the game? Because, they're going to have iPro on and everything else, and how bad is that going to mess up their things? What's up, Garcia? I was like, and he goes, it's like, well, we are going to have an end of hostilities for the projectiles at 6:00, so it always could be after that. But we were going to be like the first ones, and then next thing you know, Bad Blood is now going to do it they have a live band that's going to be playing a little bit after. But I was like, it's not the same thing because this is going to be inside the AO.
Yeah. No. I've been to a bunch of different paintball stuff. Nobody's ever had a live band at any of the big paintball events I went to. So this is definitely something kind of cool you guys are doing. It's a little bit unheard of. it's been a little bit of bragging rights to some of the other bands that we're friends with, and very jealous. Yeah, but we're working on a pretty cool production. I got some lights. I'm working on a DMX controller. We're gonna bring the PA system. It's gonna be a full on good time.
Yeah, you should see the generator he managed to get his hands on. Jesus Christ, could probably power the AO.
Yeah, yeah. It's a 10,000 watt generator that belongs to my boss, and as long as I get the carburetor fixed on it, I can borrow it as much as I want. But that sucker's going to be loud. Hopefully, we have some way to kind of like put it off to the side, or
Definitely. It'll be way out of the way.
Yeah, we have like just to give you an idea. I don't know if you've seen pictures of the AO yet or not, but we always like showing off our massive AO here. This is the entire location inside the water.
Yes.
So more than likely, what we'll probably end up trying to do is, especially because of how loud it's going to be, is we'll try to probably put you somewhere back here behind E.
Okay.
So at least there'll be like a little bit of deadening and stuff like that, because there's not too much stuff that's, I mean, there's a cool like satellite dish location right here from when they had their communications. But this, like, that'll probably be the best spot. So at least all the sound is going down the mountain.
Yeah, I figure I run the food truck generator, their generator, all down that way.
Sounds like you don't even need to bring the food truck generator, man. He, like you said, he's going to be able to power the whole AO. You're going to probably have a line of people like, "Can you charge my batteries?"
Yeah.
I mean, for a fee.
Yeah. Donation. Pass the hat. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so once end of hostilities, guys get to take the stage. So when you guys come back on for that role play experience, there's going to be live music. And if Yordi actually manages to make it up, we'll have the Bling Bling Casino.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be coming to this particular event or not. I'm really trying to push him to come out, because this is probably going to be one of our most unique things that we do. That's going to kick off an entire series. So I don't know how much you heard of the first portion of when I was talking about it tonight, but you actually get to camp out on the AO.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
We're both very tempted to do so.
Yeah, we might be coming out Friday night. Yeah.
I mean, the like I was trying to tell, like I was telling most of the channel and all that, this is not going to be a high shoot 'em up game. Players come on with very limited ammo. They only can come on with 3 high caps or 1 mid cap, or 5. It's like 500 rounds. So they have to then do quests and everything else to earn more caps so they can buy more ammo. So it's not like it's going to be the Milsim event that we're doing in 2 weeks, where it's going to be 2 massive armies fighting against each other.
You can't. No. There's no hotels in Fallout.
Well, my happy ass is going to be inside of an RV.
Well, I mean,
in the parking lot.
RV's believable. You can suspend some disbelief for that.
No, I just don't want to get screwed by another ghost. So I'll be staying my happy ass in the RV.
Yeah.
This place is haunted.
That's awesome.
So at 6 o'clock on Saturday, when all the guns come off the field, there's like a cooldown period, so as to make sure to go through and make sure all the encampments have no guns and anything else. Clear the field, then we allow everybody back on because they could take their iPro off. The boffer weapons are still in play, which are foam weapons that you could smack each other with. Lightsabers and stuff like that will be allowed on the field at that particular time, but nothing that can fire a projectile. That way everybody can have their iPro off, roam around, still role play. So there'll be role play going on pretty much all night. There's a big disappointment for everybody. No alcohol on the AO.
What about in the cell block where we're going to be playing? I kind of need like 2 fingers of whiskey to get going.
No control over that one.
Sin hasn't told you what happened at our last game, did he?
No. Nope.
We had a dude literally OD on edibles and energy drinks.
Crap. Yeah. That's not cool.
No, Stu, you can't have crack.
No crack. I mean, there's going to be plenty of cracks, I'm sure, because, not all of us are in shape bending over and all that. But, you're not allowed to smoke crack on the AO either.
I'm trying to convince Rick he needs to make a character and come out as a bard and just, annoy people with his acoustic guitar.
Yes, Gert, you can kill somebody with a rubber knife. Like rubber foam. That's what they call boffer weapons. Small foam stuff. Nothing that's, we're trying to prevent we want to be able to enjoy the AO without having their iPro on and everything else.
Yes. No concussions, okay?
Yeah, and it's a tap. It's not a whoop-pow.
Yeah, it's probably necessary.
So the uniqueness of this game is going to be pretty intense, and it runs all the way through Sunday. So after you guys do your thing, we're going to start up the play again at 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. on Sunday and run till 4 o'clock. And then after that is when we have our stew. Ew.
Punished.
Our chat, man. Our chat every time.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'll bring my rubbers.
No. Do I have to put another stipulation here? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the owners of the AO watch this stream.
It's bad
I have
enough
a
we got Jay
feeling.
with the 11-inch combat dildo.
Yeah.
Where's my missile? Grab my missile.
All right, demonetized. Here we go.
Made a bobble out of our band logo thing. It's a big floppy missile on a spring. I might have to figure out how to weaponize this for the event.
I totally thought something else was coming on the screen. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, you can get creative.
Oh God,
I
Stu.
am not surprised at all, Stu.
Stu.
Really,
That's
Garcia, don't encourage them.
Look, I just go like this. He might have been stupid high. It definitely seemed like he OD'd, and that's what he called it, and that's what the paramedics called it. I'm going that he OD'd. We're trying to keep people from being intoxicated on the air because intoxications happen. That's when accidents happen, and it is a prison and everything else. The doors do not exist at the prison, and what we mean by that, if it's open, it stays open. Don't shut it, because if it shuts, you're probably not opening the door again.
Yeah.
So it really is unique, and I'm really glad that this is going on. You guys are going to come out and play because you're or band wise, but you guys are also more than welcome to come out and even if you don't have enough gear, I think you know this guy. He's got plenty of stuff. I'm not putting that up on screen.
Oh God!
So it's actually going to be a hell of a lot of fun, and it actually is probably going to open you guys up to a whole new world of
Idiots. I mean, fans.
Yeah, listeners.
Yeah. We're incredibly. Our humor is very blue, and we have to be careful of that. Oftentimes when we play live. We played a family-friendly event last year at Zelian Opal at this park, and we were told last minute that we weren't allowed to curse and swear. And God damn, that put a cramp in our like I just realized everything we sing have curse, swear words, bad, naughty words. So that was a challenge. But yeah, I think we'll fit in just fine with your people.
Yeah, because the youngest that we're going to have there is. I think the youngest we're going to have there is 16, which we did get clarification. 16-year-olds cannot sleep on the AO. They have to sleep. They can camp out in the parking lot.
Insurance reasons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also a requirement from the
owners.
The owners. I mean, when you see this place like for the first time, it's badass. It's awesome. But the place has been like neglected for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like. One idiot went inside a J and decided to shoot where the guard, the central guard shack or whatever guard control tower, shot it up with a bunch of 9mm weaponry.
Oh wow!
So there's like bullet holes like through some of the stuff. So it doesn't
total
matter.
size of the AO is
370. It's 370 acres, but inside the wire, I believe, is either 35 acres or 65 acres. I forget which one it is.
It's more. It's got to be more than 35. It's up there. It's a huge AO.
It's huge. Yeah.
Will you be issued ear protection for the music? No. If the music's too loud, you're too old.
If the music's too loud, walk outside.
Yeah, plenty of space to get away from us. It looks like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a really large AO. I mean, it like the aerials don't do it justice until you start walking it. Like we had cartels last time start all the way down at the bottom of the map, and when they did, it's like I'm sitting inside my hiding spot waiting because I was the HVT for the very start of the game, and I was like, where the hell is it? So all the way down, they started all the way down here at 10. That's a hell of a hike from down to 10 all the way up to this area right here. Or I'm sorry, down from 10 all the way up to this area up here. It's a hell of a hike. And there's a little bit of elevation there. So are pants required for the cartel?
I
Yes.
mean, well, hold up. I don't know if it's going to come on the screen, but I've got my M81 battle kilt right here, buddy.
Tactical kilts are okay, but yeah, you have to wear pants.
You need some sort of hardened banana hammock if you're not wearing pants.
Yeah, no, like Borat. Somebody asked in one of the chats about a Borat banana hammock, and all I can say is at your own risk.
Yeah.
I know where I'm aiming.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes.
16-year-olds shouldn't be in prison. I disagree. There are several 16-year-olds that should be in prison. Don't care around. So here's the thing. Before the band actually plays, I will be doing periodic DJ sets in the nightclub. That song may come up.
That's a staple. Yeah.
For kilts, are undies required? Kilts are undies required. Well, if you wear undies with kilts, then that's a dress.
Yeah, it's not a kilt.
No, it's not. They actually that's a common misconception. They actually did wear something under the kilt from a guy who owns more kilts than pants. Trust me on this one. I do know for a fact in the state of Pennsylvania, if you are not and somebody sees it, they can get you for public indecency.
But that's just in Pennsylvania, right?
That's in Pennsylvania. In most states, technically, you don't have to wear legally. There's no requirement to wear underwear. Pennsylvania actually has a rule because of kilts.
Interesting.
Which I found out. I have that ticket somewhere. Which I argued it down to a fine.
The event's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff going on. There's going to be a lot of cool people out there. The main thing about this event, it's not like your typical Milsim where you go out there, come to the place, and you just start shooting each other up, and then you go off the field. This one, you really want to be interacting with a lot of people. It gets you an opportunity to meet a lot of cool people. You see Stu's comment?
Wow. Stu, I'm going to have sex with your mom and give her a child she actually loves.
Oh, wow.
He stole that insult from somebody else.
Yep.
About fines. If you get fined for something, it doesn't mean it's illegal. It just means it's legal for a cost, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But in all seriousness, I would honestly think about wearing underwear if you're going to be playing airsoft in a kilt.
Especially since there's a lot, unless you plan on only staying on one level and going nowhere near a staircase.
Yeah. You probably also want to
personally, if I see it swinging, it's about target.
Yeah, you want to powder your donuts. Being out for that many days and running around and stuff gets chafed real quick. And a kilt doesn't really hold in all the powder all that well. You could be running around and leaving a trail of dust behind you.
Yeah, it's fine. And unlike most people, Stu has the micro penis, so some of us don't need anything flopping around and hitting us in the knees repeatedly.
Like a liberty.
You're about to get a bad case of itchies, my friend.
I mean,
our comment section is always on fire whenever we have our lives.
You heard a swamp ass. You don't want swamp balls.
No.
So again, just I don't even know who said that or where that came from, but that's funny as hell.
Yeah. I'm not on that team.
Just a reminder for both Syndicate 2 and for Geigerlands, guys, there's no water going to the facilities, so do not use the toilets. The toilets do not work.
Use the porta potties.
There's porta potties for Syndicate for Geigerlands in particular. There's going to be There's going to be porta potties on site inside the AO, so that way you don't have to go too far because we can move them around. For Syndicate 2, unfortunately, they're going to be outside of the wire because the last thing we need is somebody deciding to chuck a grenade inside the porta potty.
Yeah. Smoke
That's
grenade.
happened. No, not a smoke
Not
grenade.
a smoke
The
grenade.
regular grenade.
Flashbang inside the porta potty. Yeah, that was not good. So we don't need to have that again. And smoke. Remember, also speaking of smoke grenades, no smoke in buildings. No smoke within 25 foot of an opening of a building. So just make sure it's 25 feet off. Why? Because it'll fill up the entire building, and then that building will be shut down. I just had it happen at my local field last week. It sucked. Does anybody else have any questions? Because these are our Central Penn
English.
Milsim streams. No, our Central Penn Milsim streams are not designed to be our regular 3-hour streams. That's what Tuesday's for. These are more of like a fresher catch up. Here's the cool stuff going on. Yeah, I kind of figured you were Sin. That's why I'm also starting to gear to shut it down. So let me consider. No issue. Jesus Christ, Gert.
Hey, that's our last name.
Yeah, I'm just
Kind of.
So let me explain it this way for anybody for like YouTube or anything else that wants to demonetize me. He's talking about role playing one, acting as one, not actually being one. There will be no money changing hands for that. Oh God. Airsofters. Camper facility are allowed to place hammocks in the woodline. Yes, you are. And let's give you guys a weather update, shall we, for this weekend?
Speaking of hammocks, sorry, I meant to bring this up because it came up last time. You can tie them up to trees. You cannot stake into trees with your hammock.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with the guy that set up one last time.
You can't do what in the trees with the hammock?
In the trees. They make the hammocks that you put the hook in and you nail it into the tree.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I literally caught him with nail and hammer, and I was like, yeah, no.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's see, Crescent, PA. Let's see what what is forecasted right now 2 weeks out. Right now, it looks like it is going to be in low of 45s, high of 60s. So
That's comfortable. It's not going to be that nice in August, though.
Well, when we were there last August, it was actually not bad. It rained. That was the only big problem that happened at the last one. It wasn't that hot, at least not for me, because I'm from Florida. I'm in Florida, so it wasn't 95 degrees with 100% humidity. It was like 80 degrees with 50% or 60% humidity.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather be wet than hot. I'm hot all the time and hardly ever get wet.
Yeah, sorry, Joker.
I know. I saw
Shamar's question.
As far as some of the basic things that you're going to be able to bring to Syndicate 2, the essentials to bring. You need to bring your eye pro, face pro. Make sure that your uniform matches your side. So if you're DEA, tan top, tan bottoms, it could be any tan camo, and multicam is tan. For cartel, it could be a green top, any green camo, green bottoms, or it could be a civilian top as long as it's not blue flannel, black, or tan. Your helmet or your hat or whatever you're wearing on top of your head has to match your faction color. So if you're DEA, tan. If you're cartel, green. If you have a tan helmet and you're on cartel, you can get one of those covers, tan covers on it. That's fine. Your rest of your gear does not have to match. Although if you're wearing a tan plate carrier, you're on green, be prepared to get shot a lot by team. You need a dead light and a dead rag. So it's a red light that's on your person that you can activate when you're hit, because there's a lot of, even the buildings that are above ground level, a lot of those things are dark. They might not see the dead rag in your hand. You need 2 tourniquets or ace wraps to signify being medicked. Tourniquets are usually better than ace wraps. And you should, if you need a flashlight, because if you're going into the dark in the basement, it is pitch black. There is no ambient light. Bring some nice solid shoes. If you're planning on camping, make sure you bring plenty of clothing there. Get some baby wipes to clean yourself down at the end of each day. Bring your ammo. If not, bring money to buy stuff. All right. And hydrate. You should start hydrating now. So start drinking, a gallon or more of water each day just to make sure you're hydrated for the event. Because it doesn't matter which side you're on. I'm pretty sure both teams are going to be doing a lot of running because where we set the spawns up, everybody's going down the hill.
Can clothes be solid green or solid tan? Yes.
Yes, they can. So that's like a lot of the basic stuff there. Make sure you have shoes that are nice and comfortable. Boots are preferred. You cannot wear anything that's open toe or open sole. No Crocs allowed. Sorry, guys.
But what if they're the steel toe tactical Crocs?
Don't care. No Crocs. I've got a gallon of Corona and vodka for hydration. Not on my AO, you don't. Ryan, we just had that conversation. You cannot be intoxicated on the AO. We've already had that call. Yes, you could take snacks onto the AO. You could take water onto the AO. You could take everything that is not an intoxicant on the AO. So don't eat a whole bunch of edibles and come onto the AO. I know that.
Yeah, hold up. Sorry. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna bring snacks, clean up your own goddamn trash. I found so many just random snack wrappers on the damn field that were brand new because they were still clean on the inside. Clean up your own shit.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be trash cans everywhere. Drop them off. In fact, I highly encourage bring in little snack things, especially that squeezable like applesauce and stuff in the little packs. Especially if you're running a gun and you might not realize that, you're going to have a sugar crash or anything else. Those are good things to give yourself some nice little energy. Bring some electrolytes as well. Pedialyte's really good. Yeah, don't be a piece of shit. Exactly. BBs have to be bio. Yes, sir. That's the requirement again of the AO. In fact, when it comes down to trash, if you guys want to earn an extra raffle ticket, because there's a whole lot of cool raffle stuff that's going to be given away this year.
Dear God.
Like MK Airsoft alone has given $1,100 worth of stuff. There'll be trash bags at both CPs. You fill up an entire trash bag full of trash, bring it out to us. You'll get yourself a nice shiny raffle ticket.
Nice.
Liquid IV and beef jerky has always sustained me. Damn it, Stu. So yeah, you guys can eat and bring stuff out on the field. You just can't have anything cooking out on the AO. You can have it cooking inside of the parking lot or whatever. But like, I'm gonna be smoking brisket all day Saturday. You can't have that's the only thing that's going to be anywhere near the AO because that's going to be near your building too.
Yeah, then that needs to be locked in your vehicle or leave it at home.
Yeah. If anybody touches my meat again, don't worry, it's going to be guarded. But if somebody steals a slab of brisket again, I swear to God, if I find out who did it, I'm gonna punch you in the dick. That's what happened at the last AO. Somebody stole an entire slab of my brisket.
Holy crap! Yeah, that's fighting words right there.
Yes, Ryan. The brisket's actually being provided by Crucible Airsoft. I am just the facilitator of making it nice, tasty, and juicy. So now, I'll make the announcement on Saturday. I don't want to give it away now, but yeah, it's going to be brisket sandwiches. Oh, everybody wants my meat in their mouth. But last time, staff and about, I'd say 15 players didn't get any meat in their mouth because somebody stole our brisket.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah. At least 10 pounds of meat. I mean, they stole an entire slab. I was pissed. Love juicy.
All right. Anyway, thanks to Sneaky Heat Missiles. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for doing the event. It's been a blast. We're going to kick you out of here so we can start wrapping this up. Rick, I will see you in a bit.
All right. Sounds good. See ya.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Look forward to seeing you in August.
See you then. Bye.
Bye. Well, it's a prison. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that is our Thursday Syndicate 2 update. The very next one I do will be next Thursday. It's going to be on location and given any other little follow-up about Syndicate 2. We're not going to be talking too much about Geigerlands at that time because we're going to be solely focused on making sure you guys have all the questions you need for Syndicate 2 at that time. Once again, I am Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man with the hawk, the king of the high kappas, Virtue from Crucible, and we look forward to seeing you all in. Wait, no, 2 weeks I won't be on location. 2 weeks I'll still be home. In 2 weeks I'll be on location. Next week I'll still be home. It's too soon. I don't know what day it is.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
We'll see you guys next week.
Next week.
Tuesday, and then in 2 weeks I'll be on location. Talking about the event and everything else, and then oh God, Gert.
All right, I am tapping out. I gotta get my butt on the road.
All right, Virtue. See you later. Again, once more, check out cpmilsom.com to get your tickets. So, with that being said, Virtue's gone. If you guys have any questions before I close this out, feel free to ask. If not, I'm gonna go take care of some other business. I'll be bringing a tire box back, so I'll have extras for people too. Awesome. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. All right. Give it like another 30 seconds to see any of the questions come in. Then I'll go ahead and end the stream for tonight. Just like my father gone. Oh, Stu. Too funny. And if you guys are planning on selling your tickets to Syndicate 2, please make sure that you contact me. Yes, it is a fresh cut. I got my hair cut on Tuesday. I plan to bring some cookies for now. Please make sure there's nothing special inside those cookies. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to let you guys go. Crytek P90 there fulfill my obligation. Thank you very much, Tyler. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all again on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. No, Ryan, no edibles. Sorry. We'll see you Tuesday. I am Joker for Players Wanted. This has been our CP Milsim wrap-up. We'll have more information. If you guys still have any questions or comments that you'd like us to address, please go ahead and ask them on the Central Penn Milsim page. Or message me any which way possible. But until next time, until we call your hits.